Mike here, early morning again at the office. And, this morning I was thinking about it. I've thought about this a lot recently because in my job, I travel to a lot of small towns where there is a conservative base, country folk, if you will. And I've noticed that in all these towns, kind of the center of their culture is JC, Jesus, right? Which is cool. Jesus the man, right? But the more I've thought about it, I've thought this is kind of like almost in direct opposition with their conservative fundamentals, meaning Jesus himself, right? And I know this could really be stirring up a hornet's nest, but really think about it. Jesus seems to me that he was a little bit more liberal, was he not? I mean, he wasn't crucified for stealing pistachios, right? He was in support of prostitutes and lepers and people that were kind of out of bounds of the conservative establishment, right? So that's why he was he was the king of them. He was claimed to be the Son of God. So this seemed a pretty radical idea to the church, as it would be today. But it was cool. It was cool. He got everyone jump on board. So I thought about it. What could the conservatives do instead of just, they got to pull Jesus back in with a marketing campaign. So how about a song, a good country song? And I know there's a zillion country songs out there that just about I love Jesus, and of course that's a given. But they need something to identify Jesus not as a liberal, not as the radical that he was according to the book, but to them. So let's think about Jesus. Well, he supported the lepers, and that doesn't work, and hung out with prostitutes. No, let's stay away from that one. He was a carpenter. He was a construction worker. So we could work with that one a little bit, Toby Keith style. Just what kind of guy he was. Jesus came and he died for you. He lived the life of a hard-working Jew. Swung a hammer and he thatched a roof. He wore steel shank sandals, drove a four-wheel mule. People gathered when he came to town. I saw a man in a tree and said, "Brother, come down." Hear me talking about the ways of man with these 12 good disciples and old Mary from the east side of Jerusalem. Dum 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 dum. Boom dum 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 dum. Get the chorus. His name was Jesus. He was a prophet and a man. He was the best Jewish builder on the Sea of Galilee. His name was Jesus, and what I hope you understand, that he was working so hard to build a life for you and me.